Jay Penske. That's his name. I bet you Jay Penske paid that Tourette's person to scream the N-word at the BAFTA Awards. Yeah, Penske Media, allegedly. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? But that's my take on the whole BAFTA situation. Jay Penske paid that Tourette's, what do you call him? I couldn't say Tourette's victim. Anyway, that's my take on it now. You can argue with your mama. Happy Black History Month, folks. It's been a doozy, huh? Al Green got kicked out the State of the Union last night. Hey, man, 60 seconds in, he broke his last record. He went there to get kicked out, though. They like that on TV, too. They letting black folks know that we next. Because it wasn't a black person in sight. Boy, everybody black at that State of the Union was working. It was a trickle. It was a speckle here and there. But anywho, so when people Tiffany Haddish is what really got to me when I first saw this. When Tiffany Haddish mispronounced somebody's name, and then Drewski mispronounced Jackson Njigba's name. And I was just like, first of all, you should be prepared when you go up on stage to read some names for an award show that you're being paid to be on, and this is for national exposure for yourself as well. You should get the pronunciation of the name before you walk up on stage so you don't butcher it and sound like a damn idiot. Okay, but no, there's no etiquette anymore for broadcasting since podcasting came in. Anybody with a mic can spit, right? Whatever the hell. But, I mean, it just bothers me because it keeps happening. And now we blurting out the N-word at award shows. And it's supposed to be okay. Black people, you're too uptight. Try calling a Jew. Try blurting out Jew and say it's Tourette's at the Oscars. Now, you got cue cards, rehearsals, a whole team behind them people. If you're hosting an award show, anchoring the news, or introducing somebody publicly, knowing how to say the name is part of the job. It's basic preparation. And when it keeps happening to the same types of people, black names, non-American names, artists outside a certain cultural bubble, people notice. What makes it frustrating is how avoidable it is. Pronunciation guides exist. Corrections happen in real time. You can ask. You can practice. So when it's repeated wrong again and again, it stops feeling accidental. Names carry weight. They're tied to identity, work, and respect. Media figures know this. That's why getting it right matters. Not as a political statement, not as outrage bait, just as professionalism. If you can memorize stats, scripts, teleprompters, talking points, you can learn a name. That's why I think it's deliberate at this point. White people, even if a white person tries to pronounce your name, they only going to give it 1 or 2 tries, and then they just going to call you something short. Okay? Don Lemon. What you call it? Don Lemon called himself reinventing himself. You know, but Don Lemon isn't reinventing himself. He's reintroducing himself. A brief run-in with the system doesn't make someone a damn revolutionary, okay? Don Lemon out here running around like he Tupac Shakur and Malcolm X, you know, getting out of jail with grabbing his white husband's hand. Ooh, it was cringe to me. But anyway, he was loving it, though. You could tell. You could tell he ain't been in the public eye. He thought that was his break, but it looked like he Juicy Smouye y'all. Anyway, but it does give them a storyline. And storylines matter. When your old platform is gone, a lot of former cable news people are in the same lane right now. Podcasts, clips, unfiltered conversations, trying to trade institutional credibility for cultural relevance.